Hello, this is MWTO. I am reviewing the M2.0 and M2.5 for products that I have on sale on eBay. I have the M2.5 on sale for $17. Includes freight to anywhere in the continental US. Okay, so I'm here to talk to you about ordering, receiving, and use of this device. Okay, advantageous use, the most advantageous use. Okay, so this is the way the package comes. You can order this. I think you can still order the M2.0 from mCig for $10. I think they only have white and pink, and I'm not sure what colors they have available, but mostly M2.5. And so this is the way it comes packaged. And right here on this side, this is where they put this cleaning tool. And so that's visible from the outside. You can't see it in this video, but it's clearly visible, and I checked that before it ships. The other things that are not visible is the glass chamber and screen. So what I have here is a 2.0, and I'm just going to take it apart, and sorry, this is supposed to be on it. Okay, pull the mouthpiece, silicone mouthpiece off, tip this over, inside you have a glass cylinder and a ceramic mouthpiece or ceramic filter. Okay. Okay, very important that these are used so you don't gum up the mouthpiece chamber where you put your stuff in it. Okay. Okay, so we've got it. This here's a decorative ring that just covers the chrome part on it. You don't need to have it on there, but it comes off, and then this goes back on, just screws on. Okay, so the first thing we want to do when we get the package is check. Now you see inside here, it's nice and clean, brand new. The first thing you want to do is check to make sure that that coil is stable. I've had a couple where they've fallen out. So the easiest way to do that is just tap it on your table, whatever you have. Make sure it's not loose, and then the next thing you want to do is turn it on full blast. So there are 3 settings: low, medium, high. So to turn on, you depress this thing 5 times. It lights up. That's your first setting, and tap it 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. That's the medium setting, and then 1, 2, 3. That is the high. And here we're gonna see it light up. And this is what you want to do before you start using it, because once you start using it, so I'm depressing the button, you want to make sure it's gonna light up. This you're checking to make sure it works. Once you start using a possible illegal substance inside of it, you can't return it anywhere, because you can't ship illegal substances across state lines. You can't drive it across state lines. This is according to federal law, U.S. federal law. And you cannot ship anything anywhere in the U.S. Postal Service. That's also a federal crime. So better safe than sorry. Let's check the device before you use it, and then that way, if there's any problems, if you film the use or the unpacking of the device, I will ship a new one to you immediately, and then I'll send the return package for the defective. So you won't have to wait as long as it's clean. It's got to be clean. Okay, so we've tested it. Now, some folks say that you put loose leaf in. I kind of like it tight, so I have packed this thing with Kush, OG Kush, and that's ready to go. Before I get into how they work, I want to show you how long these things last. Okay, I've had these devices for almost a year now. Not the 2.5, but the 2.0. These are 2.0 chambers, but I wanted to show you how clean these things are. This is from probably about 100 uses. This one is about 200 uses. And you can see this, the element is still kind of shiny. It's just a little, got some resin down on the bottom there, because if you keep it off the coils, the coil lasts forever. And that's awesome. I mean, the battery probably wore out before the coils do. Provided you use a glass cylinder to keep it off the coil. That's what's most important. I had to buy this other piece of crap that doesn't have that. I bought this down in Escondido, and this thing is a joke. Sorry, just got the mouse speed. So this one here is a spring-loaded thing, and you put your Kush or whatever down in there, and then this spring pushes it down into the coil, and that just, yeah, I mean, you can't even barely see the coil. So it's destroying that coil by being on the coil all the time. So that's what I really like about the mCig, is that it's a superior product. I mean, I paid almost $30 for this battery mouthpiece and the chamber. So you have $15 and $12 for this part. So $32 plus tax. Okay, so now we're going to get into the use of it. And so I'm going to show you the M2.0. The only differences between the two, now here's the 2.5, is you see the button. On the 2.5 you can barely see the button, okay? On the, and then the ring on here is a metal ring instead of the plastic, which for all intents and purposes it's not going to melt on you and not get a rubbery feel when it gets hot. And that is a concern with all of these types of devices, is they do get warm if you constantly use them, so just be aware of that. So I have in here, see, I'm going to use not the new one, use an older one. I'll put this back on. Here I've got some loaded stuff. I've already burned some of it. I just want to show you how easy this is. See, that's, now it's sitting right on the edge there though, see? So it's all nice and it's packed in there. I mean, not to where you can't suck through it, but it's pretty tight. So you can load a pretty good amount in there for a session. And we put the screen back on. I'm going to use an older screen. Okay. We've got the screen in there like that. Put the tip back on, and don't force this thing in. Just get it in there, and then just wiggle it in. Don't try to force it too much. You don't need to. Okay, so this is already on, so go ahead and I'm going to light the fuse, as I like to call it, and I'm going to give it a couple seconds to warm up. You saw how long it took to red. That was just a little puff. Okay, and that's off stuff that's already burning. Now, an issue that I've had with this is that you need to pack down the, you need to tamp down the stuff towards the coil, because as you burn, of course, it's lifting away from the coil because the burnt stuff is in between the new stuff and the coil. So, the instructions say to use this and stir it up. I didn't find that useful at all. So, I did this on my own, and 3.0 fixes this problem. But I use a screw tip with a hex tip or hex bottom that you use in a cordless, and I push it and I tamp it down, and just lightly, you know, just firmly tamp it down. Doesn't need to be crammed down in there. You're just pushing it down a little bit, and then put the tip back on the screen, the tip, put it back on, and you're ready to go again. Now, when you're out and about, or in a dark place, or out at the park or something, it's real easy to lose this thing. So, you don't need to use it. The only drawback is that screen holds the glass cylinder against the coil. So, you just need to kind of leave it in a vertical position. Now I'll show you that it works fine. So I lit the fuse. I'm waiting for it to warm up for 4 seconds. See, without the screen it works fine. Drawback to that is that this part, where it has holes in it, is going to get plugged up. So you can just clean that with isopropyl. See, that's what I do. Okay, so now I'm going to put some new stuff in. Some brand new. I like the fuse. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it works great. Okay, so that is that. That is all. Well, see, I'm not here. So I did show you the difference between the two. It's the button and the ring. That's really the only two differences. Sorry. The differences between the 2.0 and 2.5. So, see my listing on eBay. I have 4 colors available, $17. And that includes freight anywhere in the continental U.S. Thank you.